What's up, homies, and welcome back to The Grind. The Grind, of course, is what we call your workouts, both here in the FGF at home world and also in our gyms. I am in the gym. We have a class going on right now, so you might hear a little bit of background noise, but I promise it won't be too distracting. I have another great workout in store for you. You're not surprised to hear that. This is a really fun one. You really have the opportunity to kind of push yourself a little bit more if that's what you're needing from your workout today, or to back off a little bit if you need to, and we will all start and end together as a family, as Coach Sav likes to say. Actually, I have 3 kind of mini workouts for you today, which is kind of fun too. So you're not going to get too bored. You can kind of work with a few exercises at a time and then be done with them, move on to something new, which I like. So it's going to be awesome. But first, we have to warm up, of course. So start your watches and then let's get into it. We don't need anything special for our warm up. We're just going to do some body weight things. For our workout, you will eventually need a pair of dumbbells for today. And I would say you could go on the medium to heavier side if you have that kind of range. But I'll let you decide that when I start going over the movements. So first, let's start. We're going to start a little more easy. So feet right underneath your hips. Put a soft bend in your knees. Make sure that you're keeping your booty squeezed, but I want you to reach up and back, up towards the ceiling, and then down towards the floor. And then again, roll it up, reach up towards the ceiling, and down towards the floor. Just kind of take these at your pace, maybe moving through them a little more quickly, more fluidly if you feel like you need that, you want your antsy to get going. Or if this is like workout number 5 for you this week, then maybe taking that a little more gently. Good, we just want to start getting some movement through the spine, start articulating that spine, start reaching up with the arms, stretching out the back sides of the legs. Good, I'm going to make this my last one, reaching down, rolling up, reaching up. Nice, and then we're going to take this into a squat stance. So just slightly wider with your feet, toes slightly pointed out, squat down, and then a big rotation at the top. Twist, twist, yes, good. Squat and opposite way, twist, twist. Good, just trying to get maybe some back cracking, maybe you're getting some spinal pops going. Again, just kind of easing into our movement for today, starting to warm things up a bit. Nice job. Oh, that's feeling good. I'm feeling a little bit stiff from the week. This will be, I can't remember which number of workout for me this week, but it's not the beginning of the week. It's not quite the end of the week. This is feeling good though. There we go. All right, let's do one more. And then we're going to start moving our feet even a little bit wider, coming more to our like sumo stance. So imagine a sumo wrestler, even more, a slight turnout with the toes. We're going to come down into a sumo squat. So I want you to slide your hands down your legs and then roll your spine up, kind of like you're trying to be a cat. Just really arch it up, squat down, sumo squat, roll it up, back up to stand. Good. Squat down and roll it up. Yeah, that should feel good. Squat down. Roll it up. Good. Keeping with that sumo stance, a little bit wider stance, just getting into the hips, glutes, maybe even a little bit inner thigh with this one, but a little bit differently. Squat down and roll it up, big arch. Good. Nice job. Rolling that up. Good. Let's do one more. Squat down and roll it up. All right, let's bring those feet back underneath the hips. We're going to take a step back lunge, and then the arm that's on the same side, I want you to reach up and over. Get a nice side body stretch all the way down the ribs into the hips. Come back up through center and switch sides. Step back, other arm, reach. Good. We're going to go back and forth like that. Step back, reach. Nice. Step back and reach. As you're doing that reach, you want to make sure that we're kind of squeezing the back glute so that we're getting lots of length through the front side of the hip, through that side body. We're protecting the low back, getting some movement in there, but keeping all the joints safe and happy. We'll make this our last one on each side. Last one here. All right, now we're gonna walk it out to a plank position and then we'll walk the hands right back into it. So starting in that forward fold, try to go flat palms to the floor as you walk the hands out, find that strong plank, and then walk it right back to your forward fold, roll the spine up. Good, let's do 4 more like that. Walking the hands out, find that plank position, and then start walking it back. Good, when you're in that plank position, we're headed back out there now, making sure the shoulders are rolled back, hips are tucked underneath you. Good, so we're nice and engaged there. Let's go 2 more. Walk the hands out, find that strong plank, and then walk them back. Starting to get our wrists a little bit warmed up too as we're trying to go flat palm to the floor as you're walking forward and back. Good. Getting into the calves, the back side of the hamstrings. Nice, let's go 1 more, and then we're gonna come all the way down to the floor, lying on your belly. And we're gonna do a little swimmer variation. So I want you to bring your hands to the back of your head. Just let your forehead rest on the floor. And then hands to the back of the head, lift the elbows off. I want you to open up into a wide position and then swim those arms around, kind of like you're making a snow angel, but lying on your stomach, all the way until you can bring your hands to rest on the small of your back. Relax the elbows, and then take it back up. Elbows off, lift the hands, swim them around, all the way to the front, hands to the back of your head, let the elbows drop. Let's do 4 more like that. Nice and slow. Kind of imagine that you're moving your arms through something that's thicker than air. So maybe a little bit more like water or pudding or oatmeal, something like that. It's just a little bit thicker, giving you a little bit of resistance. You have to kind of try a little bit harder to move through that space. Good, we have 2 more. Elbows off, reach, swim them around, come to the small of your back, relax, and then reverse. Nice job. Trying to move just from that shoulder joint. Of course, the elbow's moving also as it flexes and extends. This is going to be our last one to the small of your back. Very good. Just trying to keep the neck relaxed. Nice job. Good, from here, let's take our arms out like a T and we'll do a few scorpions back and forth. A little bit faster on these ones, so take your foot up and over to your opposite hand, close as you can get it. Nice shoulder stretch, chest stretch, and then take that over to the other side. Yeah, good. Let's go back and forth a couple times, back over to the first side. Good job. Let's go 1 more each way. Good, last one here. And then come back through center. We're gonna press back to child's pose just to kind of rebalance the spine a little bit. Maybe shift your hips a little bit side to side. Kind of work through that. If you wanna crawl your hands off to each side as well, that might feel nice. And then from here, tuck the toes under. We're gonna make our way back up. Good, and let's get into some regular squats. So feet just outside of hip distance. Think about pulling your hips down, pushing them away. Hopefully your hips and ankles feel a little bit more warmed up. You can get a little bit closer to your full depth here. If not at your full depth, good. Let's go 5 more. Good, 3, 2, and last one. Nice, now we're gonna take it to that sumo stance again and do like a sumo squat, but I want us to reach down towards the floor and maybe a little more sumo deadlift. So pushing the hips back, still letting the knees track towards the middle toe, reach down towards the floor, stand it up. Push the hips back, stand it up. There it is, good. So from the front, knees still tracking towards middle toe, little squeeze of the booty at the top. I'm pushing my hips back to the wall behind. Let's go for 5 more. Good. Last 2, here we go. And last 1. All right, let's bring those feet back underneath our hips. We're back in our railroad tracks. We're gonna do some step back lunges. So step back, come back up, switch sides, step back, come back up. You know, with lunges, we always want to keep hip distance between our feet. So if we imagine our feet are on railroad tracks, then they're going to stay on those railroad tracks. We don't want to get on a balance beam. And we want to keep 90 degrees in both legs. So front knee right over the ankle, back knee right underneath the hip. Yeah, good. All right, let's take this into a curtsy lunge now. So where we were doing straight step back lunges, now when you step back, I want you to cross that knee over onto the other railroad track. And then come up, switch sides. There we go. Good, we have these in our workout today. The first section of our workout, and ideally weighted. So I want you to get the rhythm of them here. If this bothers you for any reason in your knees, hips, ankles, then move to just those straight step back lunges instead, okay? All right, let's make our way back down to the floor. So I want us to take these very intentionally. Bring your hands down and then step your feet back. 1, 2, step your feet forward. Good, stand it up. Let's do that again. Step the feet back, step the feet forward. Nice, couple more, hands down, step, step, back, together, and up. Yes, hands down, step, step, back, together. Now if you're ready for it, we're gonna hop into it. Hands down, hop back to that plank position, and then hop forward. Make sure we're landing flat-footed. Little party at the top, there it is. Hands down, feet back, good. No push-up with these today. We call these Plyo Burpees. Let's go for 3 more. 2. Yes, and 1. Nice job. So you can stick with those stepping ones if you prefer, if those work better for you. You might even bring your hands to an elevated surface. So maybe using a pair of yoga blocks or a chair or a low stair. Something like that might work really well for you. Let's keep moving here. So we're gonna get back down to the floor, do a little bit of a stretch, and then we'll get into our workout. So I want you to come all the way down to the floor. Go ahead and lie on your side. We call this a sleeper stretch. So don't worry too much about what your lower body is doing. This is focused on the shoulders. I want your arm up at a 90 degrees. So make sure that the elbow is straight out from the shoulder, and then your wrist is straight up from the elbow. Make a tight fist here, so we're creating a little bit of tension. Try to just let your head and neck relax here. And then we're gonna use this hand to help guide a little bit deeper. We're gonna take that hand down towards the floor as far as you can. You should feel a little bit of a stretch on the outside of that shoulder. That's the area we're targeting. This hand is just a guide, help take it a little bit deeper without forcing anything. And then we're just gonna let that arm tick-tock back overhead. And ideally, the back of the hand comes to the floor, and then bring it forward, gentle press down, bring it back. Yeah, good. Nice job. We're gonna do this a couple times on this side, and then we'll take it over to the other side. And while we're doing this, so the workout today is gonna be 3 different 8-minute AMRAPs. We're gonna have about 2 minutes of rest in between. So we're gonna work hard for 8 minutes, get 2 minutes of rest, and then we'll move on to a different set of exercises and work for another 8 minutes. Good, let's finish this out, and then we'll switch over to the other side. So because of that format, I'm not gonna go over the full workout for you today, or right now. I'll just do the first 8-minute AMRAP, and then during the 2 minutes of rest, I'll go over the next 8-minute AMRAP. So you can just focus on one thing at a time, and then we can complete it, move on to something new. But what I do want you to know is that you need a pair of dumbbells for today. As I mentioned in the intro, probably a little heavier set will work well for today. No other special equipment needed. We will be working down on the floor and some standing up, so make sure that you've got a comfortable surface to be down on the floor. All right, let's call that good for this second side as well. Hopefully your shoulders feel kind of loosened up, engaged, ready to rock, as well as everything else. So first 8-minute AMRAP, we have 3 different exercises. You're gonna be doing 10 reps of each one, and these are 10 total. So when we have some single side movements, it's just 5 per side, okay? So working with a pair of dumbbells, the first one is an alternating top-down floor press. So we're gonna set that up as a floor press. If you grab both of your dumbbells, Come into a seated position and then down on your back. I like to go feet flat to the floor. This is top down, so we're gonna start at the top position and then one arm coming down at a time. When we bring that arm down, we want the elbow at a 45-degree angle, just like when we do push-ups. So we don't necessarily want to stay in this 90-degree cactus arm style, but we don't want the elbow right along the sides either. So kind of that 45-degree angle to drop down, press it back up, and then switch sides. On your 10th one, you're ideally going to keep your dumbbells, leave them up in this over-face position, and we're doing leg raises. So zip your legs together. You're either bringing both legs up at center, okay, 10 reps, or you could try wipers where your legs make a V. So we would come up to the left, down at center, and then up to the right, down at center. And you're trying to keep your shoulders grounded. So the weights help here, but if you need to, you could drop the weights down and instead bring your hands underneath your hips as you go legs up, down at center, or the alternating side to side version. If bringing both legs up is a little too much on that lower back or on your core where you're not able to maintain tension there, then instead we could go one leg at a time. So bring one leg up, back down, other leg up, back down. You could use a bent knee as you need to. It's a little bit harder with a straight leg, so you can kind of take those options. Either way, it's going to be 10 total of those. Then we're going to come back up. To finish out the round is going to be 10 curtsy lunges, just like we did in the warm-up, but ideally adding some weight to these. So weights can be down by your sides. They could be up in the front rack if you prefer that position. It's going to be that step back and across lunge. So curtsy lunge, back and across, together, back and across. Good. Trying to keep the hips and shoulders squared up. Okay, we ready to do this? I think so. Let's get started. Our first 8 minutes. Get yourself set up there. And I'm going to give us a countdown in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. First 8 minutes. We're on. Good. Starting with that alternating floor press. Top down. Good. Remember the 45-degree angle with your arms. It's 5 per side, 10 total. Nice. Good. If you can keep the dumbbells up for those leg raises, great. I'm going to go straight up at center this first round, and then I'll see about doing the wipers next round. Going side to side. Good. Try to stay controlled here. Keep that lower back to the floor. Belly button pulled in. After 10, set the dumbbells down gently. And then we're going to come up for our curtsy lunges. So grab those dumbbells. Again, 10 total, 5 per side. Nice job. Good. And as I mentioned, this is a great format for pushing yourself. If you feel like you need a little bit more, you want to hustle today, maybe this is your first workout of the week, or to kind of back off a little bit, keep a steady and consistent pace, but not going super, super crazy if maybe this is your 4th or 5th workout for the week. Or you're just feeling tired today. All right, that's round 1. We're about 90 seconds into this thing. About 6.5 minutes to go, 6:20. Get back on round 2, let's do it. Good, so remember on these floor press, we're going top down today. So the arm that's quote unquote resting is at the top, fully extended. And then 2 of those leg raises or wipers. I'm going to do the wipers this time, going side to side like a V. So I'm coming up to the left, down at center, up to the right for 5 per side. 10 total. Yes, good. Then we're up for those curtsy lunges, right? Maybe weighted, maybe unweighted if you need. Ideally weighted. You could even drop down to one dumbbell and hold it goblet style right at the chest. That's kind of an in-between option, right? Nice job. Yeah, good. All right. 2 rounds down. See how many more we can get through. Nice job. We have just under 5 minutes left. Good. So see if you can stay on this pace. Wherever you're at, keep chipping away at these rounds. 10 reps at a time. Yes, good job. Good, remember your breath. Good, keep breathing. You should be breathing. Kind of need that to stay alive and all. Good, remember on those leg raises you have options there. Double leg or single leg. Coming up to the left and right, or right up through center. Either way, it's 10 reps of everything. Keeping the dumbbells in your arms, extended over your face, or you could drop them down and bring your hands under your hips. Yeah, good work. Keep trucking. Good, I like these curtsy lunges. They kind of get into that outer hip area. Plus a little extra challenge kind of on stability and balance. Good, trying to keep your hips and shoulders square forward so we're not rotating open to the side too much. All right, we're just under 3 minutes left. Try to stay on this pace. Get through a couple more rounds, 1 or 2 more rounds, maybe 3 rounds, depending on how fast you're moving. Nice job. Yes. Kicking butt, good job. Nice work. Yes, keep with it. Doing great. Hope you got some good tunes on your end to keep you moving, keep you motivated. Keep rocking through this. Yes, way to work. Keep it up. We have about 90 seconds left. See if you can get through one more full round. Do you think you can do it? Maybe even one more or a little extra if you were working ahead of my pace. Good job. Remember, we get 2 minutes of rest after this. To kind of recover that breathing. But first, we got to finish this one out strong. You got it. Yes, strong work, good job. Yes, strong work, friends. We're down to our last 20 seconds here. I want you to work hard all the way to the end. I'm gonna finish on my lunges. Good, we're down to about 10 seconds. Keep going. Yes, nice job. Our last 3, 2, 1, and that's our time. We're on 2 minutes of rest. Set your weights down, catch your breath. Good work. Yes, nice job. Maybe grab a small sip of water. Try not to take big chugs. You don't want that sloshing around, but little sips so that we're staying hydrated. We're gonna move on to a different 8-minute AMRAP now. Again, 3 exercises, 10 reps, okay? This time though, on the single side movement, it's gonna be 10 per side, all right? So we're starting to up the ante a little bit. So the first exercise is gonna be Sumo Deadlifts for 10 reps. So ideally working with both dumbbells held end to end like so. We're gonna be in that sumo stance. Wider than our squat stance, slight turnout with the toes, grounding down strong through the heels, and knees point towards the middle toe. Sliding down, hips are going back, torso stays nice and tall, and then zip the legs together to come up, little squeeze of the booty at the top, okay? 10 Sumo Deadlifts, and we'll set the weights down. You have 10 Plyo Burpees. No push-up, you're welcome for that. So we're gonna go hands down, feet back, find that strong plank position, hop the feet forward, landing flat-footed, so heels down, and then party at the top. Working to an elevated surface if you need to on those, or all the way to the floor, which I'll be doing. And then the last exercise is gonna be 20 steam engines total, so 10 per side on these steam engines. Hands right behind the ears, bring the knee up, big drive up as high as you can and twist across. Knee to elbow if possible, and then switch sides. Right, marching back and forth with that big rotation. We ready for it? Great, because we're gonna start in 10 seconds. Our rest is almost up. We'll start with those Sumo Deadlifts. Grab your dumbbells in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Find that sumo stance. Yes, good, there it is. Pushing those hips back, booty back. Good, keeping the chest up so we can breathe. Nice. Good, that bottom position is just about mid-shin, kind of halfway below between your knees and your ankles. Nice job, all right, set the dumbbells down. Plyo burpees, let's go. Yes, all the way up to 10, let's go. And then we have our steam engines, 10 per side or 20 total if you prefer to count that way. Nice work. Yes, good job. And that's 90 seconds into it. We have about 6.5 minutes to go. Start back with those Sumo Deadlifts. And again, remember, this is your choice for workout. Keep pushing it. Go fast if you can. Push that pace a little bit. But if you need to back off a little bit, catch your breath, work on steady, consistent movement, then honor that today. Make it what you need. You're looking good. Yes, great job. Keep it up. Yes, we're doing great, friends. Nice job. On those sumos, stay grounded through the whole foot. Heel digs down, big toe pressing down. Nice. Then we're back on those plyo burpees. Everybody's favorite, I know it. But hey, at least there's not a push-up in there, right? You're welcome for that. Good, do make often see people kind of leave this short where you're more like in down dog with the hips high. Make sure you find that full plank before you bring the feet forward, hopping or stepping. Good, and then steam engines to finish the round. You knew it, you're already there. Good job, keep it up. Good, make sure you're not cranking on your neck here with these steam engines. Hands are really just there as a guide. You can bring them off your head if you feel like you are pulling on your neck. Yes. I love these steam engines, a nice low impact way to get your heart rate up. Good, finish out your sets and you're back to the top. Yes, good hustle. See some of you really working out there, let's go. I almost went down to the floor for floor press. No, we're done with those. Back to the sumos. Good, we're just under halfway left. Just past that 4-minute mark. Good, so wherever you are, try to double up your rounds. Yes, good job. All right. Yes, keep that steady pace, down and back up. Hopping, stepping, just keep on moving. Nice job, all right, back to the top. Let's do it. We have 3 minutes left. Oh, I forgot the steam engines. I was wondering why I was done so soon. Can't forget these. Yes, awesome job, friends. Now sumos, let's go. Good, pushing the hips back, up and squeeze, little squeeze of the booty at the top. Try to keep those shoulders rolled back. Yes, strong work. Let's go, we're getting close. We're under 2 minutes. In fact, we have about 90 seconds left. Let's go, try to push it. See if you can get one more full round in, or maybe even a little faster if you were moving ahead of my pace. Yes, good job. Let's go, just over a minute left. Keep up that push. Remember, we have 2 minutes of rest after this. Good, make it worth it. Let's go. Nice job, nice job. Keep it up, come on. Yes, way to work. 40 seconds left. Let's go. Finish this up strong. I want you to work all the way to that buzzer. 2 minutes of rest coming up. Good, but don't quit on it early. Great job. We're down to 20 seconds. Let's go. Keep that form looking pretty, but let's hustle. Okay, so we're down to 10 seconds. Let's go. Last 3, 2, 1, rest. Great job. Woo! Hope you got some sweat dripping. I know I've got some sweat dripping. Little spirit fingers, high fives. Nice job. Small sip of water. Focus back on your breath. Big inhale, slow exhales, especially if you really pushed it at the end there, which is what I asked you to do, so great job. Okay, we have our last 8-minute AMRAP coming up. All new exercises, but same format. This one is going to be 20 total of each of these exercises. So they are all single-sided movements. So it's going to be 10 per side, 20 total for each of these. All right. First one, we're going to be down on the floor in a side plank position. So a couple of options here. Definitely want to see elbow stacked directly below the shoulder if you're going to take that elbow, or if you're in a hand, elbow, shoulder, all stacked in one long line. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the elbow version. We can either be legs extended, stacked like so, or we can drop that bottom knee and just the top leg is extended here. So a little bit more support, but it's going to engage you the same way. Might be a little bit more achievable for you here. With whichever side plank option we're doing hip drop. So you're trying to tap the hip down to the floor or close to it. Doesn't actually have to touch, but sink it down and then drive it up. As you do this up and down, we want to see that the hips stack or stay stacked. So we don't want to be rotating open or closed. We want to stay stacked. Just drop down, pop up, drop down, drive up. You're really going to get those obliques going. Okay, same thing if you're fully extended. Drop down and up, down and up. So we'll do 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. The next exercise is going to be, I'm going to give us a little extra rest. Here, the next exercise is going to be a spinal balance. So we're going to move into a tabletop position and we're extending opposite leg and arm, reaching long. We want to reach long, but keep the integrity of the spine. So I don't want you up here where you're collapsing into that lower back. Think about driving back through the heel, reaching long through the fingertips. Come back together, extend, back together. It's going to be 10 per side. You can choose whether you do all 10 on one side and then switch, or if you alternate back and forth, that's totally up to you, okay? But 10 per side, 20 total. Then we'll come up for 20 jack taps. So if you need to keep it low impact, you're gonna step out, reach down towards the floor. It's a soft bend in the knee, so I'm pushing the hips back as I reach down, step together, other side, reach down, switch sides. We're just alternating back and forth, or you're gonna hop your feet apart and reach, reach, reach. Okay, so 20 total of those. We got that? We ready to do it? Okay, let's get it started then. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Side plank with the hip drops. Let's do it. Tap it down, drive it up. Tap, up. Nice. Yes, good job. Good, remember 10 per side here. Flip it around. Drive it up. Good, elbows, shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, driving up towards the ceiling. Nice job. Good, the spinal balance is next. Starting in tabletop, all fours. And then we're extending opposite arm and leg. Reach long, together, long, together. As we're doing these, the spine stays nice and neutral. That's what we're looking for. Good. Which probably means you have to focus a little bit on keeping your ribs tucked down, belly button pulled up. Remember, your choice if you do all 10 on one side before you switch, or maybe you do 5, 5, 5, 5, or maybe you're alternating. After you finish the spinal balance, you're up for your jack taps. All right, here we go. Stepping or hopping, let's do it. Reach down. And I am dripping sweat now. Hopefully you can't see that. Literally on every hop, I got the drip coming off. So I guess I can just count my drips to see how many reps I've done. There 20 down there yet? Not quite. Good job. Good, keeping it low impact if you need to, stepping it back and forth. Remember, you always have that option. Good, we're 2 minutes into this thing. 6 minutes to go. Nice job, good. Keep it up. We're back to the top. Are you ready? Let's do it. Yes, good work. Back on those side plank hip drops. Nice job. Drop it down, drive it up. Yes, nice work. Good, get your 10 on that side, switch to the other side. You're probably ahead of me. I know I took that little bit of a break. Keep working, you got it. Spinal balance are next. And then your jack taps to finish the round. Yes, great job. Yes, keep it up. Let's go. You're doing great here. Nice, good. Keep that spine nice and neutral. So you're grounding down strong through the hand that's on the floor. Reaching long through opposite arm and leg. Good, and then bring it up for those jack taps. Let's go. We're just about to hit the halfway mark. Just about 4 minutes in. There it is. Good, so keep working. Try to double up your rounds. Let's go. Give me that push all the way to the end. Yes, nice job, nice job. Let's go. Good. Hopping or stepping, keep it up. All right, back to the top. Let's do it. Side plank. Yes, good work. Keep it up. Come on. Nice. 10 on one side, flip it over, 10 on the other side. Good, and then your spinal balance, also 10 per side. You know what you're doing. Let's go. Good, keep those hips stacked. Shoulders stacked. Nice work. And then let's find that spinal balance, or wherever you are. Maybe you're on your jack taps. Keep it going. Maybe you're back on the side plank. Are you a full round ahead of me? You about to lap me? Keep it up. We got 2.5 minutes left. Yes, great job. Let's go. Good, come on up. Or wherever you're at, keep working, let's go. We're down to our last 2 minutes. I want you to push it here. Going all the way to the buzzer. Yes, keep it up, let's go, almost. We have our last 90 seconds, 1.5 minutes here to work hard. Let's go, keep with it. Yes, I'm seeing some hustle out there. Love to see it. Let's go. You're right, you're right. It's just a recording. But I know you're hustling. I can sense it. I feel it. Let's go. Good. We're down to our final minute. Let's go all the way to the buzzer. Yes, good job. Less than 30 seconds left. All the way to the buzzer. Come on, let's do it. Last 10 seconds. Last 3, 2, 1. That's it. You made it. Good job. Definitely deserve some spirit fingers after that. Wipe off your dripping sweat. I hope I'm not the only one that's literally dripping sweat. Good job. Grab that sip of water. I'm going to show you one stretch here for your cool down. It's going to be good to get into those hips. And then we'll send it off and see you next time. So as you're catching your breath, let's find a seated position. I want you to find 90-degree angles in both of your legs here. So one leg straight out from the hip. We're kind of turning towards that leg. Ankle straight down from the knee. Same thing with that back leg. Knee straight down from the hip. Ankle straight out from the knee. Good. And then we're trying to keep this front knee pressed down to the floor. And we're going to take a little gentle lean forward. Lean forward and back off. Lean forward and back off. Good. As you start to recover your breath here. Good. Finish that out. Nice job. Okay, so let's keep this front knee grounding down, especially that knee. Try to keep it in touch with the floor, with the mat, and turn your attention now to your back leg. And then same thing here. Now we're trying to spin this hip down towards the floor, and then little gentle lean forward and back out of it. This is going to be a much smaller movement on that back leg. Good. Keep paying attention to that front knee, that the knee is staying grounded down. Lean forward, back out. Using your legs, or your arms, excuse me, for as much support as you need here. Good. And now let's take it over to the other side. So on this back leg, I want you to keep the heel down. We're going to open this leg up like a book and then tap it back down to the floor. Good. Open it up, tap it back down. Let's do that a couple more times. Nice. Good. There it is. All right, so this next one is going to lead you all the way up, open as far as you can, and then start bringing that trail leg with you over to the other side. Set yourself up here, just kind of check in, 90-degree angles. Start over the front leg, lean forward, back off, lean forward, back off. Good. Nice job. And then bring your attention to that back leg. So now front knee stays grounded and little gentle lean forward. Remember, we're trying to spin this hip down towards the floor. Lean forward and back off. Really small movement here. Good job. Breathing through this. Showing yourself a little love, little appreciation for being here today. Thank you so much for showing up with me. I sure do appreciate you. I hope that you appreciate yourself, proud of yourself for being here, proud of the effort that you gave, whether you were like me and you were kind of moving a little slower, a little more steady pace, or you were really pushing that pace. Great job today. All right, let's finish it out with that open book. So this front knee stays grounded down, back leg, heel down. We're gonna open up like a book and then set it back down to the floor. Good. Open up and set it back down. This side is a lot tighter for me. So this is a stretch that I'm doing often to try to find some balance between left and right sides. Good, and I would encourage the same for you if maybe you're noticing that same kind of thing. Maybe you feel really great on both sides, and that would be awesome. All right, this last one is gonna go up, hold, and then all the way over. We're back where we started, and we are gonna call that good for today, friends. Again, thank you so much for being here. I'm Coach Janessa, and I will see you next time. Bye.